The following is an exclusive presentation of Ravens Productions.
Coming up on this week's Ravens Report, we take a look at the Ravens' tough loss against the Jaguars with Ravens Wire. We talk about how Baltimore can turn the page this week with Morgan Moses. Plus, a preview of Sunday's game against the Broncos with John Harbaugh. All that and more on this week's Ravens Report.
They are dancing in the aisles. Oh, what a scene we have at M&T.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. So after a disappointing loss to the Jaguars last Sunday, the Ravens now find themselves in a tie for first place in the AFC North with the Cincinnati Bengals, with 6 games left in the regular season. So the urgency is set to hit another gear. And the performance in Jacksonville was a healthy reminder that the best teams are always improving. And that's the mindset with this Ravens group as they get set to turn the page to Week 13. But before we do that, let's head back to Jacksonville, where we had Justin Houston mic'd up for Ravens Wire.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I know y'all seen how it was earlier today. There was nobody here, raining, it was terrible. Walk out the tunnel, come out to this. That's what it's all about, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Know that time of
Yes, sir. You already know. You already know.
The sun is out and the game is underway as Riley Patterson puts a foot into the ball on what is suddenly a beautiful afternoon in Jacksonville after pregame rain and thunderstorms delayed the start of today's game. Jackson wants to throw, steps up in the pocket, slings it complete to Andrews at the 45-yard line, and he drags tacklers all the way out to the 49-yard line.
Nice.
But the Ravens offense will yield the field to Justin Tucker, who will try to put the first points of the game on the board. Much more crisp start for the offense than a week ago at home.
It was, but you still want to finish with touchdowns.
Hey, let's start fast, B. Let's go, man. Set the tone right here. Let's go, 5-0.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We need to be great like you always are, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lawrence wants to throw off the play fake.
Pass. Pass.
Pocket collapsing. He's hit and sacked. Back at the 14-yard line.
Yeah.
Roderick Washington coming strong up the middle. And the Ravens back the Jags up right out of the gate.
There you go, brother.
He is about a football length shy. It's 4th and 1. Trevor Lawrence from under center keeps it on a quarterback keeper. His back's pushed hard behind him. This is going to come down to the spot. They put it down shy, and the Ravens will take it over on downs.
Good job, D. Good job, D.
I like that.
That's what they want to attack us at. They don't want to attack us down the middle.
All perimeter, baby. You just get loose and get running.
When they go empty, typically we're thinking quick game, he held that ball. So throw your rush, just make sure we got a middle pusher, all right? You don't win clean, start looking to get our hands up and tip a ball.
I was waiting on him. He saw me and took off. I was like, damn. Tackle for loss. Yeah.
No misses for Justin Tucker today. 2 field goals. That's the good news. The bad news, Rob, the Ravens had the ball in the red zone twice and settled for field goals.
You're dominating the first quarter, over 9 minutes of time possession, and you only got 6 points. You have to finish your drives with touchdowns.
Yeah.
The Jags have taken the lead, 7-6. Here's the difference in the entire game up to this point. First quarters, Trevor Lawrence went for it on 4th and inches, got stopped. Ravens took possession, but settled for a Justin Tucker field goal. 4th down, Lamar Jackson gets stopped, fumbles the ball after he was stopped. Jags take over in midfield. They get a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence to Jermichael Hasty, and that's the difference.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Listen, here we go. We having fun again. Let's talk, baby. We in practice again, man. Hey, rush lanes, rush lanes.
Jackson will keep it on the read option, looks for a crease, finds one. He's to the 10, sidesteps a man, but is tripped up and taken down.
Oh. Hey, oh. Action Jackson, fellas. Action Jackson. The great 8.
Ricard comes in motion to the left. Jackson takes the snap, play action, throws across the middle. He's got a man wide open, incomplete.
I ain't do nothing, boy. You ain't touch the soul, too. Don't get up waving your finger like you deflected the pass. DBs be killing me with that. They get up. Why you ain't do nothing? You don't deserve nothing, you don't get nothing.
Kick on the way. Tucker's kick has the distance. It is good. Justin Tucker from 55. And the Ravens have regained the lead.
Go. Great job, boys. Nothing like a 55-yarder into the wind.
Yeah.
Sir.
What were you just talking about that? Like, don't kick it that way. Going 55.
No, he was.
I said like 55 and out. Once you get to that, that's borderline. Yeah. You're like over there, let's party. Over here, let's.
We were at the line. Like we were at the line. We stopped looking. It was like at its peak, and we just went.
It was good for 57.
Weird.
Was it like in the middle? Yeah, it was down the middle, but it was. I kind of like crossbar. I kind of turned around, and Jordan and I just made like weird deep eye contact with each other.
They score, they may win. We score, we may win. They never score, they never win, baby. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 and out. 3 and out. 3 and out. We live and wild. We live and wild. We talking having fun again. We talking having fun again. Beat. We talking having fun again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We talking having fun again. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This would be a great time for defense that gets 17 turnovers to get a turnover on this drive.
It's never them, always us. It's never them, always us. It's never them, always us. It's never them, always us.
Trevor Lawrence drops to throw on 3rd down, pumps once, trying to escape, hit from behind. Ball is loose, and the Ravens recover at the 24-yard line. A huge hit on Trevor Lawrence, and Marcus Peters recovers the first turnover of the day for the Ravens defense.
Do it!
What happened? I ain't see. I was downfield. What happened? That was fumbling. He held the ball. Who hit him? I did. Sit down. Yeah. I'm downfield. I got my back. Hey, I can't see. Hey, you doing your thing, man. Hey, he held the ball. That's all that matters, man.
You had him, and that ended up like a high-low.
Hey, where the hell you come from?
You were moving. That's that same hit you had.
I hit and snatched the tight end. I don't know where you come from. I don't know where you come from. I didn't see you. I remember I was reaching for the quarterback, and he took on running, and you came. I was just like, what?
Hey, I seen you do that. I kept going, and I was like, oh, he about to go out. I said,
Hey. Yeah. Yes, sir. Now we're cooking with grease, baby. Now we're cooking with grease, baby.
It has been an afternoon of missed opportunities for the Ravens. 3 trips to the red zone. All 3 times the Ravens have had to settle for field goals. So it's not the drives that are the problem, it's the end of the drive.
You have to be able to finish in the National Football League.
Give us to Edwards, right side, hit at the 1. Second effort, pushes forward, touchdown Ravens! What an effort by Gus Edwards. He was stopped in his tracks, found a lower gear, and plowed his way in for the touchdown. The first of the day for the Ravens.
way to go. Hey, let's go, Will. Turn up then. Turn up then, Mo. Let's get it, bro.
Trevor Lawrence takes the snap, fires to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
It's football, it's on the road against a team that's scrappy, so, it's never going to be easy.
They give it to Edwards, running to the right, cuts back, he's across the 10, fumbles the ball, and the Jacksonville Jaguars recover it.
I know that we had opportunities and we didn't get them done.
Oliver, he's to the one, in, touchdown Ravens!
I feel like we left one off the hook. You just got to find a way to win these tough ball games. To me, that's all that matters right now is just trying to figure out how we're going to improve, bounce back, and get a win next week.
Lawrence takes the snap, throws to Jones in the end zone, complete for the 2-point conversion. And with 14 seconds remaining, Jacksonville has taken a 28-27 lead.
You just learn from it, man. I don't think you get down on it. You just look. It should be motivation to keep moving forward. As long as we're still in the hunt, that's all that matters. We get in the dance, we're going to shake something. So we knew that we were going to get their best shot. They did a good job attacking our weakness.
A lot of respect for you.
We just didn't play well. We didn't play well in a lot of areas, not nearly as well as we can. The Jaguars did play well. They did a good job with their bye week. I think they had some good ideas, executed them very well, and it's a tough loss on the road. It happens in this league. We're not going to downplay it. It matters. It's important. It's a win we could have used, and we got to come back and we got to get this next one, do everything in our power to get it done.
Now, the Ravens have been here before, needing to bounce back from a tough loss after giving up a fourth-quarter lead. And the next test is a visit from the Denver Broncos. Coming up next on Ravens Report, we sit down with offensive lineman Morgan Moses to discuss how the Ravens plan to turn the page. Welcome back to Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. In just his first season as a Raven, veteran offensive lineman Morgan Moses has quickly assumed a leadership role with this team, and he's also stabilized the right tackle position. And as this team looks to rebound and get a win on Sunday, Moses sat down with our Shelby Gernath.
Morgan, it was another close game on Sunday that came down to the wire. What was the biggest difference in that game against the Jaguars?
Hats off to the Jaguars. Number one, they have a great team. Their record does not reflect the talent that they have and the coaching staff they have. But it's a numerous of things. You go down there, we drive the ball down the field all game, and then you turn around and get field goals after field goals. So it's not necessarily moving the ball. It's just getting in that red zone area and capitalizing.
Yeah, you mentioned that specific takeaway was scoring in the red zone. What are the keys to getting that efficiency back on track?
The red zone is hard. The field shrinks down. The defense have less yards to cover. So we just got to make plays, whether it's, Lamar scrambling around and receivers getting open late and us blocking for 10 more seconds or running the ball. We just got to be able to execute down there. I think, you see the offense moving up and down the field countless times, and not that kicking field goals is not good. We got one of the best field goal kickers in the world, the best, I would say. But, we got to get out there and get 7 so we can separate ourselves and put ourselves in better positions.
Early in the season, this team talked a lot about finishing. And during that 4-game winning streak, you guys seem to do just that. So after Sunday's loss, what are the keys to making sure if you guys end up in a similar situation, you're coming out with a victory?
Just don't get down. It's hard criticism. You got to look at yourself and see what I can do better and learn from the mistakes. This is a football league that the things that we didn't capitalize off of last week, this team coming up this week is going to try to do the same thing. It's a copycat league. So we have to be able to look at ourselves, take the coaching, and don't get upset about it, and just look ourselves in the mirror and say, hey, what can I do to make this better, a better effort, or what can I help the other guys? Hey, if you do this a little bit different, you might get open a little free. We just have to have communication through all of us and get it done.
So how does this team plan on bouncing back this weekend against the Denver Broncos?
So number one is to get the victory today. Go out to practice today, get that victory, go out tomorrow, get that victory, leading all the way up to Sunday so you're prepared. And when we get that victory on Sunday, when you look back throughout the week, the hard work that you put in every day led you up to this moment.
Well, the Broncos have the 3rd-ranked total defense in the NFL, and their red zone defense is number 1 in the league. How is this offense preparing for that matchup?
It's another team that, you look at their record, it doesn't reflect on how the players that they have or the defense, the schemes that they have. They have talented guys, a group of guys, and the thing that they do, they play together. So it's going to take a full 60-minute effort to get out there and go out there and play fast. We have to take advantage of the things that they don't do great and capitalize.
We haven't talked to you since training camp. Now that you have some game experience with him, What's it like blocking for Lamar Jackson?
It's elite. It's fun. You never know where he's going to be, right? So you just go move as fast as you can and just let him make the decision behind you. But it's been great, man. It's such a great guy, great teammate, and he just comes to work every day, and he just wants to win. And I think when you got a guy that's willing to do anything that it takes to win, I've seen him lower his shoulder, and I'm like, yo, that's his throwing shoulder, no, you know? But he's like, dude, I'll do anything to get that extra inch, that extra yard, and you got a quarterback to be able to play like that, man, it just takes everybody else. All 52 guys that are dressed out there, you want to gravitate to that. That's pure leadership.
I asked Lamar last week about rookie Tyler Linderbaum because he's been a standout center this year. From your perspective, how impressive has his technique been?
The biggest thing is that he commands the huddle. It's a young rookie center, and he's coming there and he's getting older veteran guys to get, hey, look, we in the huddle, let's go, operate, Lamar, let's go, talk. And we get out the huddle, he makes the calls, man. I trust him 100%, man. He's shown nothing but a veteran presence at a young age, and that's what you look for when you hit on draft picks like that. You say, hey, look at this guy, look at the pedigree. Let's not look at the size, and you can't measure the heart of a man just looking at the size. So when you look at Tyler, man, like I trust him fully, man, because he's a dog, man. He goes out there every play and just gives it his all, and he's all about his brothers.
Well, speaking of talented O-linemen, you never played on the same team as him, but Marshall Yanda is being inducted into the Baltimore Ravens Ring of Honor this weekend. He's well respected around this league. What stands out to you about his career and what he was able to accomplish as an offensive lineman?
Oh, man, just, I got to meet him personally, not on the football field for the first time when we had the alumni weekend. And I would say this, man, that speech that he gave us about just do your job, that speaks volumes of the person and the career that he's had over his success of his career here as a Raven. And I don't think that's the first stop of being in the Ring of Honor or the last stop of being in the Ring of Honor. He has so much more that's going to be coming his way. And I pray that it comes his way because he's such a great guy. You talk about a guy that set the standard for the offensive line for a long period of time, man. You talk about the greats of Jonathan Ogden, and you put him in that class of, hey, this is a guy that bleeds purple and gold, and this is a guy that he gave it all. He gave it all to be on the field until he couldn't anymore. And then that's what you ask for, a leader, and you're just an elite guy. You ask for that presence, so hats off to him. It's big. It's a big deal. I know Joe D loves him, so I'm happy that he got that opportunity to be there, and I'm happy to see him on Sunday as well.
O-line on 3, 1, 2, 3.
O-line. There you go.
O-line.
Okay, Morgan, we're gonna end with some rapid fire this or that questions.
Got you.
Arctic or desert?
Arctic.
Dine-in or delivery?
Delivery.
Tattoo or piercing?
Tattoo.
Superman or Batman?
Batman.
World Cup or Olympics?
Ooh, I would say World Cup. I'm getting into this World Cup stuff, and all the guys are going at it right now, so I'm listening in, so I'm learning, so I'll say World Cup.
Love it. Holiday shopping early or last minute?
In between.
Okay.
In between.
Okay. I mean, it's hard during a football season, right?
In between, yes.
Block for a rushing touchdown or a passing touchdown?
Rushing touchdown.
Okay, Morgan, thank you for joining us, and good luck on Sunday against the Broncos.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And Moses has helped the Ravens' run game become one of the best in the league. And Sunday, against the Broncos, they're going to have to rediscover that ground game to help get a win. Coming up next on Ravens Report, Ravens players spent their Community Monday in Baltimore handing out coats and more winter items before the cold months. Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. This week, Ravens players participated in the 19th annual Coat Drive in partnership with the Helping Up mission in Baltimore to make sure that men in need had coats and cold weather gear heading into the winter months. Let's take a look at Lamar Jackson, Justin Tucker, and more giving back at this year's Coat Drive.
Helping Up mission, established in 1885, serves the most vulnerable in our communities who are overcoming homelessness, addiction, and poverty. And we do that by meeting their physical, social, intellectual, and spiritual needs. And the Ravens coming here today to serve the men in the spiritual recovery program with coats and scarves and gloves and socks. It's a practical gift, but it's also a gift of compassion and generosity and love as the community comes together. And we're so honored that the Ravens would choose to come spend time with us, and we're grateful.
Socks, you need some socks? Yes, sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir, yes, sir.
As much as it may mean to anybody sitting here to receive a coat or a hat and gloves, it means just as much to us, believe us when we say it. It means just as much to us to just share this moment in time with you. We really appreciate you guys, and you guys really do lift our spirits just getting to hang out with you today. So thank you.
I want to get a picture with you.
Yeah. All right, my man. Appreciate you.
Work right here?
Thank you.
There you go, man.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir. I got you, man. I got you. Greg, our security guys, having a special event to just help them out, especially during this time, you know, the cold months. For a guy like me who's been blessed, you know, fortunate to be able to be in the position I am, for me to go out there and support and help these guys, you know, live out, you know, life in a better way than they did before, you know, it's also been a mission of mine. Medium, there you go, man. Happy holidays.
What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? Good. Keep doing what you're doing. Yes, sir. Happy holidays to you. It's the time of the year, you know, time of Thanksgiving. I mean, everybody's in different situations in life, and if you have the ability to do, then you should. And I think it's great that what Craig is doing right here. I work in this community, I live in this community, and some of these people I don't get to see on a day-to-day basis. So being able to come out here to something like this and interact and involve with these people and see that what we do, we take it to heart so much, and to them, at the end of the day, they make us feel so welcomed and loved, and it's amazing. What color you need?
White.
White ones? Yeah. Yes, sir. No problem.
To it. Here you go, man. Happy holidays. Yes, sir. Just being able to talk, interact with people. You want to be inspiration to these people. You want to help them strive to be, you know, the best version of themselves. So for us to be able to do this and have them come out and interact with us is something that I enjoy doing.
The Baltimore Ravens and Ravens Volunteer Network have a lot of events coming up this holiday season as part of their commitment to staying involved and giving back to the Baltimore community. And on the field, don't forget you can vote your favorite Ravens to the Pro Bowl every day until December 15th by visiting BaltimoreRavens.com/Pro Bowl. Coming up next on Ravens Report, the Ravens honor Dominic Nell as this week's hometown hero.
Sights. Sounds. Superlatives.
I did it backwards.
And football.
Man, I never really left. Yeah.
Sugar and Quake. Subscribe to the Ravens channel on YouTube to catch every episode of Ravens Wired, Pregame Live, Studio 44, the Lounge Video Podcast, and more. Visit youtube.com/Baltimore Ravens.
Welcome back to Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. Every home game, the Ravens will honor a hometown hero. This week, it's Dominic Nell, or better known as Farmer Nell, who is making an impact with his health and wellness store, Be More Green, located in the heart of West Baltimore. And for more on Farmer Nell's story, let's take a look at this week's hometown hero.
Half my life, I've been working with the youth. So I've been a youth counselor basically ever since I've been able to work. The journey to Farmer Nell started with a photography program, working with the youth in the neighborhood and just taking pictures of vacant houses, vacant lots. We used to always talk about how they could be repurposed, and it birthed what could be done with those vacant lots. City Weeds was created, giving neighborhoods and communities the ability to thrive. So we operate currently on 4 lots throughout Baltimore, collectively teaching community how to farm for themselves. What Be More Green represents is redefining what goes on the corner by redefining what a corner store is. Is this thriving off of the community, or is the community able to thrive off of it? And then from that, we created the Be More Green curriculum, which we have an after-school program. You know, we're really growing on vacant lots. More importantly, we have food giveaways, which we average around 5,000 pounds of produce that's given out to community weekly. It's a compilation of food that the community has grown, community farms, local farms, and also food rescue. We're planting seeds of independence and thrivability, literally. Hey Baltimore, it's your friendly neighborhood farmer now. I'm the owner of City Weeds and Be More Green, and I'm very proud to be this week's hometown hero. Go Ravens, beat them Broncos. You already know what it is, shorty, you feel me?
Coming up next on Ravens Report, Kevin Zeitler gives back to his hometown in Wisconsin in a big way. Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. For the last few years, Ravens guard Kevin Zeitler and his wife Sarah have been working to build brand new sports facilities at their high school in Wisconsin where they met. The facilities are now ready for use and already making a huge difference in their hometown community. And for more on the Zeitlers' journey in giving back, here's Gratitude, presented by Wawa.
Football fans, and an official welcome to Victory Field at Zeitler Stadium.
Like I've always said, based on where I started to where I am now, you couldn't have written a better story, and thankful we were able to help bring something back.
Yeah, it's very humbling. It's almost this, why me, why us, why did you want our name on it? But it's very special. It's almost emotional because it's such a beautiful thing.
So Wisconsin Lutheran High School is very important to me. I went there at a time where the football program was very good. The culture was established. The coaches were incredible. And honestly, if I didn't go there, there's no way that I would be in this position with the Baltimore Ravens now. It taught me how to work hard, how to sell out, how to put everything I have into one common team goal.
It's very important to me on a personal level as well because that's where we met in high school. So it brought us together, which makes it very near and dear to our hearts on that front. And the teachers at the school are just so passionate and they love the students.
A couple years ago, we got approached about trying to bring back football back on campus to the high school. Wisconsin's a rough environment, it gets cold, it's rainy, there's all sorts of things going on there, and a grass field being, used by many, many different sports and activities just doesn't have a chance to hold up well. So what was decided on is we need a complete revamp of the fields as well as practice fields, as well as the track, so we decided, let's take care of that. So we have brand new, beautiful turf field, brand new state-of-the-art track, and then in the back areas, we have a full range of practice fields, a field that has a built-in baseball diamond, turf for football or soccer, areas for track events. Every place now has its own section and should be able to hold up for many, many years to come.
When Kevin and Sarah called and said, hey, we want to give back to the school. We want the next generation of students to have what we did. And with athletics and building character and commitment and everything else that you see, the work ethic that Kevin has, he really appreciated that, and I think probably would admit that high school is where that started for him. And he said, I want to fix a weight room, and I want to make sure that we have the best facilities that we can for the next kids. We sat down with Kevin and Sarah and just said, what's your vision and what's your dream? And this is what the school is thinking. And we kind of married those two together, and 18 months later have a great facility where we have a new stadium that's named Zeitler Stadium, obviously, where we're going to play almost everything, every sporting event that happens outdoors, soccer, football, our homecoming. That was the first time we played there in 21 years. Our kids were so excited to be at home for homecoming and not the rented field that we typically rent.
Initially, when they approached us about it, I said no, because, I just think of all the people that helped me along the way, the coaches, the teammates, everything. I was like, there's a million other people this field should be named after that have had a bigger impact than I have there. But after some prodding, they, convinced us that, it'd be a good idea. And I think it's a pretty wild story, from where I started to how everything went to where I am now. And hopefully it can show those there now and those in the future that, putting your all into everything, great things can happen and you can have an impact on anyone.
Card number 70, Kevin Zeitler.
After talking with them, I said, our campaign, Building on the Legacy, Kevin, you have a legacy at Wisconsin Lutheran High School. Sarah, you have a legacy at Wisconsin Lutheran High School. You met one another, you got married, and I want that to be passed on to the next generation of kids, because I want our kids to have the work ethic Kevin does. I want our kids to have the heart that Sarah does. And so I actually pushed them to say, we want your name on this and not somebody else's.
And it's really special too because it's the field that our daughters will get to play on as well. So it's kind of cool that they get to play on a field that was named for our family.
We're grateful because so many people invested in us, and because of that little bit of time and effort they put into us, so many things have happened.
Having worked so hard to get into this position and then be able to give back to something that's so important to us is just, it's such a humbling and grateful experience.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, Ravens legend Marshall Yanda is going into the Ravens Ring of Honor this Sunday at the Bank.
It's that time of year. The days are colder, darker, tougher. That's life in the North. It's easy to leave.
This team is a pretender. Came back to bite them again.
Come back when it's not so hard.
Fourth quarter lead.
But if you stay, know that every day is a fight. We are built different, tested by an unforgiving environment.
You don't get second chances in life, man.
Evolved from the strangest, strongest, toughest. Those who run from hard times do not realize they will pass.
Every single Sunday you fight.
Those who stay find strength in the flock. This is our time of year.
What a night for the Ravens.
We don't run from the challenge.
I flip that switch every Sunday.
When it's time to go for it, we say, hell yeah!
Touchdown, Lamar
Tough
Jackson.
times don't force us apart. They galvanize us. We are from the North.
Ravens on 3, 1, 2, 3.
We don't shy away from the fight. And we are not going anywhere.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. Well, this week the Ravens will honor offensive lineman Marshall Yanda by putting him into the Ring of Honor. Yanda was drafted by the Ravens in the 3rd round in 2007 and had a remarkable 13-year career all here in Baltimore. Yanda made an impact on countless numbers of teammates, coaches, and Ravens fans. Let's take a look back at Yanda's career and what those closest to him had to say when he announced his retirement back in 2020.
Marshall, congratulations on your retirement and your amazing career, Hall of Fame career.
Hall of Famers is somebody that just come to work every day. Marshall Yanda, to me, from day one, showed everything it meant to be a Hall of Famer.
The commitment, the work ethic, the toughness you showed as a rookie, I knew that was going to carry you a long ways, my friend.
You were the embodiment of blue-collar hard work, you know what I'm saying? And it's been truly an honor.
You are the epitome of what a true leader, true teammate, and most importantly, a true friend and family man is.
You had a heck of a run, and you embody everything that playing like a Raven is all about.
Hard work every day, commitment to your teammates, commitment to understanding that it ain't how good you can be, it's how good you can make everybody else around you be.
All 13 years with one team, that's amazing, man. And you don't really hear that anymore or too often.
What a competitor Marshall's always been. And also, I think beyond that, when I think of Marshall, I think of a guy who's a great teammate, does all the things, all the right things for the right reasons.
Thanks for listening to me, ask so many questions, and just give me great advice and to set the standard for what it means to play offensive line and how the game is played the right way.
I'm selfishly mad because I don't get to run behind the beast for one more year, but many blessings to you in your post-career.
Congratulations. What a career. You had a Hall of Fame career on the field, but more important, you were a Hall of Fame player off the field.
We have truly appreciated your friendship over the years and a lot of fun memories on and off the field.
Just want to say congratulations on an amazing career, man. You helped me become a better player. I know you've helped so many people become better people and better players. I just want to wish you nothing but the best.
It's truly been an honor just to play on the same team as you these last 8 years. I do know several things for sure. You're a first ballot Hall of Famer, as much as you don't like hearing it. You're the best teammate anyone could ever ask for. And I know without a doubt in my mind, that we have Super Bowl rings because of you.
Now you can look forward to picking up your kids from school every day and just wearing fishing and hunting gear.
Many blessings to you and your post-career, your family, your wife, your kids. We love all y'all. All the Yonders, we love you. We holding you down for life, my man.
Marshall Yonder, my guy for life.
Congratulations on such a long career, buddy.
Congratulations.
I love you, bro.
Congratulations, Marshall, on just a fantastic career.
Congratulations.
Congrats, my man.
Have a beer on me.
Happy retirement, and I look forward to that fishing trip.
Just don't forget to invite me. All right, buddy. Congrats.
Hey, man, the next phase, enjoy it, get after it, be great, and can't wait to see you soon.
Marshall, congratulations on an amazing career. It's been an incredible ride. The kids and I are so proud of you. You have not only been a great role model on the field, but you are our biggest role model off the field. And every day you put your heart and soul into football, but when you come home, you are just dad, and the kids and I are very grateful for that. With that being said, we are so excited to have you home more, and we are excited to start the next chapter in our lives together. Hey, Logan.
Dear Dad, I want to go snake hunting and do like I want Daddy to be I want to do this and to the snake and step off.
Dear Dad, I am so excited to spend more time with you because I want to wrestle with you. Period. Bye.
I will miss, dear Dad, I will miss going to your games and you running out of the tunnel. 3 things I will be looking forward to is going hunting, fishing, and sailing with you.
We love you so much. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. That's awesome. That's cool. That was really cool. Thank you. Thank you, guys. That was awesome. You know that? Thanks for the kind words. Appreciate you, buddy. Good job. Snake hunting. We ain't doing none of that. No.
Yes, we know. Snake and eat it. Dad, these
No.
are cool.
Yep, those are out of Dad's league. Okay, you can't wear no cleats like that. They're not offensive lineman cleats. No, they're shiny though.
Coming up next on Ravens Report, head coach John Harbaugh previews this Sunday's matchup at home against the Broncos.
Ravens Report is brought to you by MedStar Health, the official medical team of the Baltimore Ravens, and you. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Welcome back to Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. The loss in Jacksonville last Sunday provided 2 obvious areas of focus heading into Week 13 and the rest of the season: red zone efficiency and fourth quarter defense. And for more on what the Ravens need to do on Sunday against the Broncos to get a win, here's the head coach with Garrett Downing.
Coach, thank you so much for the time. This week you're coming back home to M&T Bank Stadium for a matchup against the Broncos. What's been the focus this week as you're getting ready for this game?
Well, just across the board, I mean, we understand it's time. You know, December football, they remember what you do in December. And that's something that we've always taken heart, you know, here, and try to play the best football we can. And Marshall Yanda is going to be put in the Ring of Honor. Who better to represent December football than Marshall Yanda? And we need to play the kind of football I think that he'd be proud of.
When I think of him, he's someone that embodies play like a Raven to me. What stands out to you when you think about Marshall?
Well, you know, 2 things he always would say. He would say, embrace the grind, you know, and there's a joy in that. You know, if you break that all down, you know, what are you talking about here? But the process and the hard work and all the things that go into becoming and being able to do something really great. Embrace that, you know, enjoy that part of it. And then he would always say, do your job. Do your job, you know, and if everybody does their job, then, you know, then we're going to be successful. So those are 2 pretty simple points, you know, and that's what he was all about, and look where it got him.
Let's stick on right guard because the guy who you have playing there right now is playing pretty well himself, Kevin Zeitler. You know, he's leading the way in Pro Bowl voting for that guard spot right now in the AFC. But how impressed have you been with the way that he's really anchored that spot over the past couple of years?
Absolutely. I mean, Kevin Zeitler was a guy that we respected because we played against him, you know, and I think he was a little under the radar a couple of years ago when he came here for whatever crazy reason. We were thrilled that you know, he wanted to come here and we were able to get him here, and I think he's a perfect fit for our team, you know, and for our organization. Kind of in the Marshall Yanda mode, you know. same style of player.
Yeah.
And, you know, one thing I'll tell you about Kevin Zeitler, he takes it very seriously too, manning that position that Marshall had before. So he's been just dominant for us. He's played great football. Where would we be without him? He's doing a great job.
Another interesting thing about your offense is it's been different guys kind of every week. DeMarcus Robinson has a big game. Josh Oliver has a big game. Kenyon Drake has had his day. Do you like that it's kind of every single week it can be a different guy who steps up and has, you know, a big showing to help you win?
I think it's got to be like that. I mean, you know, teams can take away players for sure. You can take a player out of the game if you really want to. So the idea that different guys can come up and make plays, ultimately you've got to have that to go as far as you want to go. We're just focused on right now. You know, we just got to get to the next game, and we've got to play our best football. We have yet to do that this year. We're not even close to playing our best football yet this year. We've got to put that together, try to be clicking, you know, on all cylinders going forward, and that's what we're really working hard to do.
Last one, Coach. This Denver team has a really good defense. Greg Roman talked this week about how they're #1 in a variety of categories. They're #3 overall in terms of yards allowed. What kind of challenge do they present for your group?
They make you focus on doing things the right way. You've got to be technique sound. If you make a mistake, they make you pay for it because they play so well together and they're so active. So, you know, it's going to be a challenge for us. We're going to have to execute at the highest level to have a chance to score the kind of points that we want to score.
Awesome, Coach. Well, thank you so much for the time. Good luck this week.
Thanks, Garrett.
All right, as we wrap the show, let's take a closer look at the matchup with the Broncos, who enter this game riding a 3-game losing streak and are desperate for a win, and just some positive headlines. Here are a couple keys for this one from my perspective. We just mentioned it. Red zone efficiency has to be better this week. And look, the Broncos might not have a great record, but they are very good at defending teams in the red zone, #1 in the NFL. And speaking of defense, fourth quarter defense for the Ravens, it has to improve. That'll do it for this week's show. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to tune into Ravens Broncos Sunday at 1 Eastern. And before the game, tune into Ravens Pregame Live, hosted by Shelby Gernath and Torrey Smith. You can catch that on YouTube, Facebook, or BaltimoreRavens.com. Enjoy the game, and we'll see you right back here next week for another edition of Ravens Report.